Today I'm going to show you how to fix the lip on a spool if you've dropped it. These more expensive reels need a lot more care because of the aluminium component to them. Unpacking my car today, reels fallen out of my bag, and I don't know if you can see along there, I'm just going to go slowly. I've already had a repair to this spool. This spool I got with my original Daiwa BG 2500. If I run my finger along here, the nicks are here. There's two nicks. Alright. I'm going to show you basically what happens when you drop this thing on concrete, bitumen, whatever. Alright. You've got the spool that goes like this. But once you've got something that what happens is you end up with this sort of effect. And there's usually an indent, right? There will usually be some kind of an indent in there, right? So you will get this effect, see this bump happening because of when a rock pushes here, the force doesn't push everything down that way. It puts it down and this stuff, the side actually kind of comes up. So you're left with these kind of ridges. When you're fighting a fish, and you've got your drag set tight and your line is coming off there, that stuff will cut your line. It will cut it, right? So there's two things that we're going to do, right? I'm going to, for the sake of the exercise or the sake of the argument, I'm going to show it like that. I've got a craft / hobby knife here, right? It's like a pen knife. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go past with that and I'm going to chop these two sides off, right? The next thing that we're going to do from there is we're going to get the finest sandpaper that you can get, 600 wet and dry, or 800 or 1,000 minimum. If you're going to go, the lowest you want to go is don't go any lower than 600. I've got two here. That's this one here is I think 600. This tiny little piece is about 1,000. That's what we're going to use. I'm going to have a quick look here. Where are we? There we are. I'm going to grab a different lens. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like up close with another camera. Okay? Bear with me.
See those nicks? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those will need to be removed. See along there? That is where I have made a repair in the past. This was a much deeper one. Like I said, the first step is to go in with a knife blade and cut off those pieces first. Alright, and then you're going to go back and sand them.
Here we go. I'm going to be doing this mostly by feel because I am wearing contacts and I can't see properly. Now, getting your 600 sandpaper. I can see an indentation from the top, but I can't feel anything with my fingers. Right. I'm going to give you again.
See along there? That's where those marks were. Alright, that's how it's looking so far.
It's 1,000 grit. And let's wet it. I'll just use my drink bottle here. Let's see if I can show you what that looks like again.
Now I'm showing you this very close up, but if you can see along there, all of the sharpness of those burrs has been taken off. That's as far as I need to go. I don't need to go any further than that.
So the goal here, The goal here is basically to eliminate any anything that's going to catch onto your line. You know, if I run my nail over the very top, I can feel it. But if I run it along the sides, which is where the line's going to run, it's silky smooth, right? That's effectively done. This reel has been a workhorse, let me tell you. Love this thing. I'm going to have a quick look. I might find another reel. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there we go. It's my Caldia, again, 2500. Probably about 10 years old, this reel, maybe more. Bit harder to tell because this doesn't have a gold lip like this one does. This has got silver, and the silver is basically the same as the aluminium from underneath. There's a trick for you to keep up your sleeve. If you are going to do this while you're overseas or you're traveling, you may not have access to 600 grit, 1000 grit sandpaper. If that's the case, the other thing that you can do is you can use the emery boards. An emery board is you know how you can get a filing thing for the nails? Well, it's rather than a file, this is a more for polishing. So you can kind of work your way up using the emery board and you'll be able to achieve the same result that I just literally did there with these two, well, that's not the one, but with these two pieces of paper. Worst comes to worst, that you can just use the sandpaper, but I find that if you start straight off on the sandpaper, you're going to be taking off more material than you're going to want to. So get rid of the little sharp bits, just cut the tops off, and then start with the sanding. You'll sand far less onto the spool, you'll take away less material, and you'll be left with the same effect. This is just maintenance for your reels. Hope that helps you. Until the next one. Ciao.